What up YouTube, back to you again in another video, and this time I'm going to be doing part 4 of my DVD collection, or movie collection, however you want to call it, and let's get started. And the first one is The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Very good drama movie based on a true story. I read the book too back in high school and I loved it. Actually no, middle school, excuse me, I read the book, and it's pretty good too. And yeah, this is a very good movie, very sad, but very good. Just an amazing movie. Definitely want to check that out if you haven't seen that. Next up is a very cheesy cult classic horror movie, Sleepaway Camp. This version is hard to come by. This one's from 2003, is what it says on the back. And yeah, this goes for a lot of money now. The picture quality is pretty crappy, but it's a pretty good movie. It definitely reminds me of Friday the 13th, and this was after Friday the 13th, because this is from 1983. Yeah, the picture quality is very poor, but the movie itself is a lot better compared to the picture quality. But the movie is not that bad. It's really good, actually. I mean, like, it isn't like the best movie in the world, but it's still a lot of fun to watch. Very good kills. I know the acting is very, mediocre and stuff like that, but it does have its flaws, but it's a really good cheesy horror movie. But if you come across this version, then you should probably pick it up because it's worth a lot of money now. I got this for a pretty cheap price, and I was lucky enough to get it because it's going for a lot of money. And this also came out to Blu-ray pretty recently, and hopefully that version looks a lot better than this one, because this version looks pretty crappy. But the movie's pretty good though. Recommend that one a lot. This is the original Shining, The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. Just a classic horror movie based on the book by Stephen King, and I like this a lot better than the TV miniseries, although I do enjoy the TV miniseries. This one I prefer. It's a very, very good film. Very scary movie. Next one is a foreign film. It's called Iron Monkey. Very good action movie directed by Yuen Wu Ping, and it's with Donnie Yen, and it's just a great action movie, Chinese film, and it's just an amazing film. And yeah, if you're into like Hong Kong cinema movies, then you definitely want to check out this one if you haven't already. And then, of course, everyone has to have this one in their collection, $1 Million Baby. Of course, a classic, directed by the one and only Clint Eastwood. Hilary Swank, Clint Eastwood himself, and Morgan Freeman. Very sad movie, but very, very good movie. Love this one. Definitely check that out. And then this is another movie about fighting. It's called Southpaw. Very good movie. And directed by Antoine Fuqua, who directed The Replacement Killers and the Equalizer movies, Brooklyn's Finest, and Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and Angel Has Fallen, the more recent one. So, yeah, very good director. Love this movie. Shady Records put out the soundtrack, so that's Eminem himself who made the soundtrack to this. Very good soundtrack. Love the story, great acting. What's that guy's name? It's the main character. Jake Gyllenhaal is his name. Forrest Whitaker, Naomi Harris. You got Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent in the movie. Rachel McAdams, and yeah, it's put out by the Weinstein Company in Anchor Bay. This is the DVD and the Blu-ray combo pack. It has some deleted scenes and Q&A with cast and stuff like that, so yeah, very great movie. And of course, the original Cinderella, everyone has to have this. This is classic Disney. Love this movie. Very, very good. This is the more recent version that came out pretty recently. This is the signature collection. Just great, phenomenal movie. And then here's the live action reboot that came out in 2015, and I saw this in the cinemas when it first came out, and I love this one too. And it's a lot longer compared to the original, and but great acting, great special effects, great everything. Definitely go see it if you like the original one. And then we have Super Troopers, the first one. There's a second one. I don't own it, but I've seen it when it came out in the cinema. I thought it was really funny. But yeah, this one is definitely the best. I like this better than the second one. The second one's good too, but this one's the best of the best. And yeah, just a very funny movie. And if you like comedies, then you definitely want to check this out. Very funny, definitely not for the kids, but very good. Another comedy, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Classic 80s movie. This one's from 1982. And of course, you got Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Judge Reinhold, Phoebe Cates. You know, the list goes on and on. Just classic, hilarious movie. Definitely see that if you like comedies. And this is another childhood favorite of mine, Caspar. Just a great film with Christina Ricci when she was young, Bill Pullman. You know, just a great, great film. Definitely a good one to watch around Halloween. And next is the original The Lion King. Everyone has seen this one, I'm sure, by now, and it's just a wonderful film. And this is the signature collection that came out last year, I want to say, or the year before that, I can't remember. I think it was last year or the year before. But yeah, just a great movie. It looks beautiful on Blu-ray, and yeah, I've seen this movie hundreds of times, and it's just an amazing film, so definitely see if you haven't seen it already. And next is Charlotte's Web, another favorite of mine. Classic movie put out by Paramount, and this is from 1973. And I remember watching this on VHS a lot at my aunt's house, and it's just a great story. It's based off the children's book by E.B. White, and most of you have probably seen this one already. There's a live-action version too, but this is the best of the best in my opinion. This is also on full screen, and it looks really good on DVD, in my opinion. And next up, we have the original Tremors. This one is the only one I own. I did have originally all four of them in the Tremors Attack Pack, but I got rid of it because I only like the first one. The rest are just stupid and low-budget crap. But this one's from 1989. Kevin Bacon, great horror comedy movie. A lot of fun. And this movie's 30 years old now, and I still think it holds up today. And this is one of the ones that they don't need to remake, but they keep making sequels to this, and it's just really repetitive and annoying. They should just, you know, give up on the series. But anyway, like, they should have stopped after like 2 or 3, in my opinion, because you know, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse as they keep going on. And like, what are they on, like part 6 or something right now? And it's just ridiculous. But this is the only one I like. But if you like Gremlins or weird things that, you know, that like basically kill people, then this is definitely a good one to look into. And this is another Clint Eastwood film, Gran Torino, great one. It's with Clint Eastwood himself as the main character, produced and directed by Clint Eastwood himself. You know, great film. This is my favorite Clint Eastwood film. Out of all of his films, this is my favorite one. Great one, definitely go check it out if you haven't already. And then the original Basket Case movie. There's 3 of them. I've only seen the first one, and this is the only one I have. And this is a great film too. This is from the 80s, and this is just a really crazy movie. You know, about this guy who was separated from his brother, who's like deformed and everything, and that's the deformed brother right there that he carries around in a basket case, and they basically go on revenge of the people, the doctors who separated them, you know, and it's just a really gory, crazy movie, but it's a classic. It's really good. This is from Something Weird Video, and I think this is also kind of hard to find too, so you might want to have to do some research. I got this at Barnes & Noble, and this is the 20th anniversary special edition, and it looks pretty good. I heard the second and third one weren't that great, but I'm going to give them a roll eventually. But if you like weird horror movies, definitely check out Basket Case. It's a great one. And then next up, we have the original Taken with Liam Neeson. This is a great movie. About this guy who has a daughter who goes on a trip with a friend, and they end up getting kidnapped by strange people, and he basically tries to go after the people who kidnapped his daughter and get his daughter back home and everything. And it's just a really good revenge kind of movie, and a very intense movie, by the way, but it's just a really great movie. And if you like thriller type movies or like revenge type movies, then this is definitely a good one to come by. And same with the sequel. The sequel is very good too. Taken 2. There's Taken 3. I haven't seen that yet, but these are the only 2 I own, and these are the only 2 that I've seen. But yeah, this was a great sequel. It's just great. This is a couple of years after the first one came out. The first one came out in 2009, I want to say. 2009, yep. And then this one came out in 2012. I like these movies a lot. They're really fun movies. And then Michael Jackson's This Is It. Basically like a documentary. Movie about the days before his death and everything, and it's just a great movie. I remember seeing this in the theaters with my mom when it first came out, and it's just a phenomenal movie. It's with Michael himself, and rest in peace, Michael, of course. And yeah, it's just an amazing movie. It's very interesting to see what happened before his death and everything. It's just an amazing movie. Definitely go see it. And then we have American Gangster, great mob movie that's based on true events. Just a phenomenal. Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe. Denzel Washington's the gangster, and Russell Crowe's an undercover cop, and everything. It's just amazing. Great movie. And then next up we have. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Dead Man's Chest. These are fun movies. I have the other ones too. I'm going to show them in a separate video, but these are fun movies. Saw these in theaters. I saw this one 2 or 3 times when it first came out in 2003. I love this one. This is my favorite one in the series. The second one's pretty good too. I only saw this once in the theater. It's not as good as the first one, but still a lot of fun to watch. Great action. In this one, you got Johnny Depp, Jeffrey Rush, Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley, the list goes on, and just a phenomenal movie, just classic Disney, and this is really good too. And let's see, and then I don't know if I showed this one or not, but it's Frozen. This is a great movie. I'm really excited for the second one too that's coming out. Love this movie, very good. And then this is the Power Rangers reboot that came out in 2017. Love this movie. I do have some, critiques about it, but that's that's all really. But the movie is really great and pretty awesome. So if you like the original Power Rangers, definitely go see it and give it a chance. And then 1911 with Jackie Chan, very good. Chinese war type movie, just phenomenal. And then we have The Untouchables, another gangster movie that's based on true events with Robert De Niro, Kevin Costner, Andy Garcia, Sean Connery, Charles Martin Smith. Just a great movie directed by Brian De Palma, released in '87, and this is a classic mob movie. Robert De Niro's Al Capone, who was a real gangster in real life many years ago, who died years ago too, and it's just a great movie. Really love it. And then The Corruptor, Chow Yun-fat, Mark Wahlberg. This is an American film, about 2 cops, and this is just an amazing movie. This is from '99, and it's just great. I think this is from 1998, if I'm not mistaken. It says 1999, but I think it was 1998 or 1999. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a very good movie. And most of these I did reviews on. I didn't do a review on 1911 just yet, but I will soon. But yeah, great movie. And then next up we have Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton, Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, and everything. It's just great, directed by Tim Burton, OG Tim Burton, just a classic movie. Very funny, very eerie. And then the original version of The Evil Dead, great movie by Sam Raimi about zombies. Just a great, creepy movie. Bruce Campbell's the main lead, and it's just a very dark and eerie type movie, but it's very, very fun. And then Three Kings, a war type movie that's very good. It's with George Clooney, Ice Cube, and Mark Wahlberg. Directed by David O. Russell. This was from 1999. It's the same year I was born, so I'm just as old as this movie, 20. So, yeah, great, great movie, very funny. And then we have Indiana Jones, the original, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, classic. This is from 1981, directed by Steven Spielberg, produced by George Lucas, and it's just a phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen any of these movies, watch them all back to back. And then we have The Green Mile, Tom Hanks, Michael Clark Duncan, let's say Sam Rockwell, Bonnie Hunt, David Morse, James Cromwell, Michael Jeter, based on the novel by Stephen King. Just a great, great movie. Very sad, one of my favorite Stephen King films of all time, and books also of all time by Stephen King. And if you haven't seen it, then definitely go see it, but if you're very sensitive to sad movies, then I recommend avoiding it, because it's very, very sad. And then I got a few more, and then I'm going to end this video, because it's almost 20 minutes now. But, anyway, next one is Get On Up, the story about James Brown's life. It's a very good movie. I remember seeing this in the cinemas when it first came out, and I remember loving it, and it's a really good movie. And, Forrest Gump, everyone has to love this one, and has to have this one at least, and most of you are familiar with this movie. Tom Hanks, classic, movie about the war, and about a guy who was in the war, and everything. It's just a great movie. Everyone loves this one. And then next up is Heart of Dragon, directed by Sammo Hung, stars Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung. It's just a great, great film. This is from 1985, and this is a Chinese film most of you aren't familiar with. But, yeah, it's a great, great movie, great drama. Very sad and very funny at times, and lots of great action. Great fight choreography, just everything about this movie is great. It's a cult classic, definitely check it out. And then last but not least is Adam Sandler, Big Daddy, very funny movie. I haven't watched this in a long time, but I remember liking it a lot. It's with the Sprouse brothers, Dylan and Cole. You might remember them from Zack and Cody. Jon Stewart's in this, Joey Lauren Adams, and Rob Schneider, and what's her name? Leslie Mann, Judd Apatow's wife. She's really funny too, and just a great movie directed by Dennis Dugan. I think that's how you say his last name. And yeah, this is from 1999, I believe. And yeah, it's just a great movie, very, very funny. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my DVD collection part number 4. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.